Hi there and welcome back to Let's Play Kingpin, Life of Crime. Now we find ourselves back in the train yard area with some more guys to shoot, so let's get right onto it and shoot these guys with the prejudice and discomfort that they deserve. Although frankly, I don't know exactly what they've done to deserve it, frankly, well, they are shooting me, so I feel like that's maybe fair discourse at this point. But I do worry about Jeff, you know, I do worry about his immortal soul, his conscience, if you prefer, because frankly, you know, how many people have we killed at this point in this game? You know, more than Pol Pot, apparently? Well, maybe, I don't know. It's just, it's difficult to say, frankly, at this point. So we are finding ourselves in a curious predicament as we think, where can we go from here? I mean, blatantly, that is the way to go. So let's see if we can indeed solve this mysterious puzzle. And in this part of the game is really starting to throw puzzles at you with a alarming frequency, but never mind. So we just have to turn this, and of its own accord, of a mysterious force unbeknownst to us, this train cart decides to roll over the dead body and onto the tracks here, so we can climb up the ladder and get access to the next platform. And who thought that we would be spending this much time in a train station? Not me, certainly. So more guys to shoot as they pop out of their little monster closet there, as it were, or indeed a room of sorts. And yes, just keeping a beady eye out at all times for bad dudes who are going to hurt us. And yes, what do we find in this following room? Some dude, let's talk to him. No, in fact, he was an unpleasant man who wanted to kill us. I thought he might be an NPC, but no, turns out he wasn't so.
I need a damn fuse.
Yes, we need a fuse in order to let this ladder down. Although it seems to me that in reality I'd probably just get on one of those boxes and jump up the ladder. But nevertheless, we have to conform to the game mechanics at hand. So let's do that and find ourselves a fuse to put in a hole to make a ladder come down. Let's go on our way, shall we? So yes, this looks like a good choke point for a ambush. So let's turn the tables and ambush them right back. So take that lady, and also Mr. Man who's coming this way probably. Yes, you're an unpleasant man. You're relieving me of my life in a rather vicious fashion, but never mind, I'll just do you like I have done everyone else in this game. She is wearing some rather fetching goggles. I'm sure that you'll probably be of the same opinion as me in this. Very nice, except for of course the fact that I'm admiring a dead body there, but less said about that the better. And this guy's having a curious shadow day if I ever saw one. I feel like probably his shadow has become detached from his model there. There's something rather peculiar happening there, but never mind, less said about that the better. And oh look, no climbing on the hooks. So what must we do? But yes, it looks like we've probably got to climb on the hooks. So if we push this lever, or pull it if you prefer, and I realise that lever is probably the unpopular way to say it, but that's what I like to say, even though you don't like to say Saturday Night Feather, do you? But nevertheless, this is what I'm calling it at this stage. So if I make this go over here by pulling this lever, or lever if you are feeling ever so offended at my pronunciation of that word, goes over there, and if we pull it again, we find that if it will ever make its way over here, that it stops in the middle. So what we should be able to do here is jump on the hook, climb up the rope, and we are in the place with a fuse. Isn't that convenient? Everyone is happy, everyone is smiling. Let's carry on, shall we? So we go down the lift. And don't we all love to travel in a lift? I know I do. Although glass lifts, I don't really like glass lifts that much, although it's a fairly irrational thought of mine, but never mind, that is the truth and nothing but. So I'm sure you'll appreciate that little insight into my diseased brain. Let's see if we can indeed, yes, pull this switch, jump on here and here, as we do, and let's go and put the fuse back in its hole, because everyone knows it wants to go back to its home. So yes, by mashing our face roughly against this crevice, we insert a fuse and climb a ladder. And what is up here? Yes, more upset dudes with which to shoot. And a, I don't know what to call that, grenade launcher? Probably. Stop shooting me, please, madam. I'm not finding it pleasant. No, not at all. And what do we see over here? Yes, a rather shoddy. I mean, you know, I'm all well and good for the secrets and everything, but that's just weak ass at this point, you know, just because, like, I just don't have any use for that ammo anymore. I've basically been exclusively using the heavy machine gun at this point, and look, like, some shotgun rounds. I mean, seriously, I haven't used the shotgun for about 5 hours at this point in the game, but never mind. We just have to carry on regardless. There's no point getting down and out with what ammo we do or don't have, you know. It's just a fact that we have to make the best of what we've got, the best of a bad situation. Some more ammo there that we will never use again in this game. Let's just smash a couple of bins, take our frustrations out on them, shall we? So, where do we find ourselves now? Creeping along these mysterious corridors. Yes, if you said another train yard, you're about to be proven exactly right. So let's just go and spoil the surprise already. Oh Christ. Yes, there's a man here with a bazooka, and I am not massively impressed by his presence. You know, in fact, he's rather of a hindrance at this time, especially when he is trying to blow up his friends with no disregard for me. So I'm just going to have to wait for a moment, and yes, get shot in the face with a heavy machine gun myself. It's not a fate I relish, but nevertheless, it's a fate which I am experiencing. And Christ. Well, I feel like I could have been quite unlucky there, but I wasn't. So stop shooting me, madam, please. If you would be so kind. I'm looking a bit poorly on the old health front here. It's not looking good for poor old Jeff, or even me at this point. But never mind. We just had to make the best of a bad situation. I feel like this rocket launcher person is about to bum rush me in a fairly spectacular fashion, but never mind. We deal with the cards we're dealt, don't we? And here comes a rocket right up my arse. But I have been lucky and missed it at this point. I was just having a look what is in top of these train cars. Not a lot by the looks of it, but never mind. Yes, do you want to come back? Oh, there's a rat. Good, great, excellent. I'm glad they're still in the game. You know, God knows what we would do without rats to keep us company in this game. We would probably die of loneliness, I imagine. But never mind. We're just jumping on some of the rather obscure geometry here for no apparent reason. So let's get our ass down here and not get shot by that lady's rocket. There we go. She goes down like a sack of spuds. That's what we like in this game. Pick up another useless bazooka that I'll probably never use because frankly, well, I mean, you know, they are and they aren't useful. I mean, you know, it's just one of those things really. And on we trek through this never-ending train yard. Will there ever be an end for us and poor old Jeff, the biggest spree murderer the world has ever seen? I just don't know. I just don't know anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just see if we can complete this next part with only 22 health, shall we? So, gonna have to use a little bit of tactics here, and tactics involve firing large rocket launchers at everyone in sight. And handily enough, it will give most enemies in one shot, but not all, so you just need to be a little bit aware of that, and these guys are not making me especially happy at this moment, especially as I only have 10 health left. But never mind, we will carry on regardless. No one ever said it was going to be easy, and no one ever said that body parts had to conform to the rules of reality or thermodynamics, and that was a close one. I was very nearly dead here. And I am pretty much all the way dead now, but never mind. This is sparking and broken to indicate it doesn't work, so we're going to have to find an alternative route, it would seem. Oh no, there's another guy around here. He is likely to kill me very shortly. Here he comes. Let's see if we can take him. No, we're fucked. So let's try again, shall we? Oh dear, it becomes rather tiresome very quickly, I can tell you that much. As you know, it's just there are choke points like this in this game. It is an unfortunate fact where you just haven't got a lot of recourse, but to take some damage, at least some, you know. And unfortunately, if you can't find some health, like I just have, you might find yourself out of luck. Never mind. Let's carry on. Around this corner, we find an unpleasant chap with a shotgun, but never mind, we'll just shoot him, as we do with all men with shotguns, and some more health to bring us up back to 100, so that's rather nice. And yes, we have a little puzzle to deal with here, so let's pull some more levers, as I love to say. and I just got stuck in geometry and crashed the game.
Hey baby, you for real?
Hi there and welcome back after a small interruption. So unfortunately we had a small crash, and yes, the long and the short of it is that the save game would no longer work after that. So unfortunately, in order to get a episode out tonight, I'm afraid I've had to cheat a little bit and give myself back some weapons and armor and warp myself to this area. So I hope you don't mind, and if you do, well, I'm too bad because I'm doing it anyway. And let's continue on through the depot area. Well, although maybe we can have a slightly more entertaining fight as a result. So, you know, you as the viewer win out in the end. I'm positive you'll agree. One of the, you know, because when you warp, unfortunately in this game, you are at the behest of the developers, unfortunately, and unfortunately you warp in with no weapons or armor, which is slightly unfair at this point in the game because the odds are well stacked against you. So in fact we have to give ourselves back a small degree of weapons and armor, but unfortunately you get all the mods as a result. So never mind, there's nothing I can do about that, but we have here the prerequisite puzzle, pulling levers as we always do in this game. Some health, so we'll just pick that up very quickly, and yes, pull some levers to make some train carriages do a thing. And I like to have them all in the same position here, and not end up by just yanking on these levers like some kind of a metal phallus. But the less said about that, the better, I feel. So let's smash those boxes and have some health there, which I think will probably come in useful later on. But for now, let's just find some more dudes to shoot. So there's one there, and there's one caught behind the train. So we are having a happy day as a result. So we will leave him to live his life out behind that train carriage and come along to another train yard with, yes, some more guys to shoot. And this guy is making my screen go red in a fairly severe fashion, but never mind. This is full of more people shooting grenades at us. Unfortunately, they cannot aim worth a shit, he says, getting hurt by one of the grades. But never mind, you know, that is just one of those things in this game, unfortunately. You know, it's just something that has to be put up with. But there we go. So before we carry on to this next area, we see here the, yes, if we look over there, yellow normal ladder, but brown secret ladder. Yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll just climb up the secret brown ladder, and what do we find behind here? An open cart with an open door. Let's go in, and we find some goodies, including some health and some armor, which we don't necessarily need, but it'd probably make you feel less bad about me cheating, I think, to find that I had armor dashed there anyway. So I haven't gained much. Some ammo and some more ammo. So we are looking well, good and truly puckered up for what is in the next area. And what is in the next area? Yes, I'm going to spoil it for you. Haha. It's a boss fight. Such are the boss fights in this game, if indeed they could truly be called boss fights. So let's just shoot these pair of miscreants, get them out of our way right quick. And thought I had a rocket launcher there, but maybe it was just my mind playing tricks on me. And the boss of the area is hanging up around here, although he is unaware of our presence at this stage. So we'll just sneak around here, get a better shot of him. And not too attentive, is he? I mean, you know, literally droves of people have been dying and gunshots have been firing around him. He's not too bothered though, is he? You know, he is fairly nonplussed. So what we will do is we'll ready our bazooka and give him a couple of rounds of what for. Seemed a bit unreasonable, don't you think? You know, I mean, you know, I have reduced him to slime, but just seems like he took a lot of damage. Do you know what I mean? You know, what was that, 6 or 7 rockets to his direct person? Didn't seem particularly fair, Kingpin. You know, I know that, you know, you're trying to give a semblance of challenge with your boss characters. That was Tyrone, by the way, in case you missed it. But you know, just some things are just best left thing. And you'll probably notice there that I did indeed, yes, press a lever. That unlocks a door, although you would never know it. So let's just collect this health here and be on our merry way through the next stage of the level. And a guy's going to walk past here now. Hello, my friends. And, yes, get a shot in the face, like that, as we do with all the enemies in this game. And God knows that that's something to be revered. What's through this door? Let's just have a check, shall we? Nothing. It's not really a door. It's just a primitive inner geometry. So get some. Thank you very much. And on we go to the latter part of the level. Some more unpleasant people with high explosives. So we will respond in kind. And jump on a train.
This shit is bad. The jokers are totally bugging. And now it's got this crazy fuck running loose in Radio City.
No fucking shit, cause neither you motherfuckers could deal with his sorry ass. You realize what this'll mean if he ever hooks up with them?
That'll never happen. He's not their type.
Definitely not. How the fuck are you so sure? You ain't been right yet about a goddamn thing. Now listen up. You get the boys together, and circle the motherfucking wagons. And I don't want to see either you two alive again unless it's to tell me how you killed that motherfucker. You hear me?
Okay, so after that cutscene, which was quite possibly the worst example I've ever seen of a main character running in any game ever, as Jeff awkwardly janked onto the subway car, we find ourselves in the underground city of, well, not the underground city, the subway of Radio City, with some fine denizens of the local area, but that will have to wait till next time. So for this now, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time in Let's Play Kingpin, Life of Crime.
So what's up?
You must be the hardcore motherfucker.
That I am. Good night.
That ain't my motherfucking problem.